robots, space, laser beams, human experimentation, betrayal, child soldiers. Yep, Mecha is back, baby. It's hard to get into the world of Gundam unless you have a spare month to catch up on all the past series, or be at least 40 years old and watched it right from the start back in like 1979. It's even harder to start talking about Gundam when the average fan devotes half their monthly paycheck for the rest of their working life into plastic figurines of shows that aired since 1979. So, when Mobile Suit Gundam, The Witch from Mercury came out, requiring no prior knowledge in the franchise, and shoving Yuri right in your face, it's a good place as any to finally start on your Gundam journey. The show was so good they even made a real life Gundam just for it. Oh, that's not the same Gundam as the one in the show, it's different. Yeah, shut up. I mean, this Gundam and this Gundam are pretty much the same anyway, all Gundams are the same. I'm sorry, I didn't mean it. Mobile Suit Gundam, The Witch from Mercury, is set in the far distant future. Or what could have been us right now if humanity banded together to stop poverty, climate change, or the production of the third goddamn season of Rental Girlfriend. Humanity has left Earth behind and ascended beyond the stars. Colonies have been established all throughout space. There's pretty much no actual government, and since we spat-run capitalism in this world, billion-dollar companies essentially run society. Mobile suits are a massive industry, and the S&P 500 is filled with companies all wanting the biggest slice of this mecha pie. Not Gundams though. Here, Gundams themselves are a specific type of mobile suit banned due to them, although being very powerful, they have a unique and impressive ability to just the guy controlling the thing. The story follows Suletta Mercury, an innocent girl from a poor mining colony on Mercury, and probably a descendant from a certain keyboardist way back in 2010. She joins the Esticacia School of Technology, a prestigious school mainly dedicated to piloting and maintenance of mobile suits. In the school, everything is decided by a mecha duel. Trying to take over a rival company? Have a duel. Somebody else trying to steal your girlfriend? Have another duel. Last cookie at lunch?
It's time to duel!
Oh! So of course, being the main character, Suletta comes in with a Gundam, doesn't drop dead from actually piloting the thing, and beats the best pilot in the school. It's like rocking up to your local paintball competition with a handheld nuke. The corporate world is now very interested in the presence of a not dead Gundam pilot and her Gundam, and everyone wants the pair to either work for them or wants them gone. As you watch the show, it's hard to remember that this is supposed to be essentially a high school. Heirs and heiresses of huge conglomerates that are canonically like 16 years old broker massive business deals like buying candy at the school store. Well, I guess if we go by anime rules, if anything important ever happens in your life, it's between ages 15 to 18. To anyone older, whoops, sorry, you're faded, your life's essentially over. Kids rule, adults drool, the prime time of my life was over the moment I graduated from high school. But imagine being just a regular kid like Suletta, getting tangled up in intergenerational feuds and being manipulated left and right when all you cared about was just the chance to actually attend school. You have adults pulling the strings of kids, you have kids pulling the strings of adults, you have adults pulling the strings of kids pulling the strings of more kids. This whole show's a damn ball of yarn. But we can't talk about a Gundam show without talking about the actual Gundams. And damn, they look good. The animation is pretty crisp, the fights are weighty and impactful. CGI is sparsely used, and even in the moments where they do use it, it blends in really well into the environment. The suits, of course, look futuristic as shit. All these cool mechs flying around huge space stations shooting lasers at each other just reminds us of what the future could be if billionaires actually contributed to society, instead of going into tin can submarines or arranging cage fights with each other. Even in the show, the Earth looks war-torn and destroyed to shit anyway, so if we don't have flying death machines by the time our world falls into ruin, I'm going to be very disappointed in you, Jeff Bezos. What sticks out to me about the show is that it genuinely feels like the world is living and breathing as the show progresses. What happens when everyone moves to the stars after extracting all the wealth and resources from Earth? Whoever's left has to fight and die for the scraps left behind, becoming angry at those in space getting fed off human exploitation. Angry enough to start a rebellion and commit mass murder for their revenge, maybe? What do you think would happen when you reject a business partnership from an acquaintance? You bet your ass they're gonna do everything they can to make you fail, because if they can't benefit off you, then no one can. Players constantly move their pieces, ready to back up and backstab at a moment's notice. Then we have poor Soletta in the midst of it all, just trying to pass her exams while wars are being fought and people die just due to her and her Gundam's existence. How long can she remain such a pure, kind-hearted girl before she herself gets her hands bloody as well? As the second season of Mobile Suit Gundam, The Witch from Mercury finishes airing, it's a great time to start dipping your toes into the world of Gundam. I personally got into the show knowing nothing about it except there were gay girls and fighting mechs. And yeah, right from the start we got fighting mechs and gay girls. 10 out of 10 on Mal Anime of the Year. No need to take leave of work to catch up, or have 8 different timelines open in the second monitor. But even if you wanna ignore all the politics and manipulation, if you wanna ignore the ethical and moral dilemmas in the show, hey man, you still have some sweet ass mecha fights.